Are we good here? Hopefully we're good. Oh! I have the wrong thing in. 1 second. Hang on a sec, one second here. I forgot things. I knew I forgot the wrong... Are we good? Are we good? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Alright, okay. I have the wrong cable in. I have to keep switching cables when I don't think about it. Hello, GT Pro. Hello, Nightfall. Hang on a sec. Where's the thing? Oh, we are streaming. I just need to, throw it up on the Discord. There we go. Are we good? Okay. Hello, Nightfall. Hello, Spaghetti. Oh, you have new emotes. You have new emotes in your name. I've been alright. How have you guys been? Hope you guys are doing well. Hello. Oh, happy Monday. Happy Memorial Day? It's Memorial Day, isn't it? Blank, hello. MG9, hello. Welcome in. I'm doing alright, GT Pro. How are you doing? I'm doing alright. How is everything going? What? Blank, what? Why are you saying? Blank, why are we talking about lamp oil, rope, and bombs? Why is that already a discussion today? Goodness. Oh, I hope you guys are doing alright. On the YouTube side, Blank is already talking about, bombs and lamp oil. Really? First thing you say? First thing to talk about here? Alright. As long as you guys can hear me, that's good. Because I feel like I messed up the system again. Call it clairvoyance on my part? What do you mean by clairvoyance? But I hope that everyone is doing well today. I hope everybody's doing well. Let me see. Okay. Yep, ping went through on the Discord. I forget what I'm doing half the time because everything has to always be switched around so much and like the tech has to be switched around and everything. You've foreseen things? Blank, on the YouTube side says that he has foreseen things. I don't know what he is foreseeing, but... But yeah, is anybody, do you guys have time off today? Is anybody doing anything with their time off? I know people on the YouTube side probably don't have a day off, but, for those of you in the US, is anybody doing anything? Hello, Senko, welcome in, I hope you're doing well today. What is the big news? I will get around to it in just a sec. It's a happy thing, I'm excited about it, it's something I've been working on for a bit. It's final season, so basically time off. Oh, okay. Womp womp, hello Eve, hello, welcome in on the YouTube side, hello. Are you getting bigger? Are you growing taller? What do you mean by that? Maybe out to lake for family bonding. That sounds really nice. You said it's big news, I didn't say that I'm getting taller, what? Maybe you grew an inch? I did not grow an inch, no. Not to my knowledge. Hello, Newbie Reaper. Welcome in. How are you doing today? I hope everything is going well. We are adrift in a sea of emptiness. What? Armatalk says, hello, no time off with my top of job. Oh well. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. But hopefully you can still relax. Hopefully you can still relax a little. Were you able to relax a little bit on the weekend at least? Hello, Vessa. Welcome in. I hope you were doing well. And hello, Ghost. How are you guys doing today? Hello. Yeah, I mean, hopefully you were able to at least relax on the weekend, right? Hopefully that was at least a thing. Blank says, no more classes, no more exams, just the yawning abyss of too much time and not enough to fill it with. Oh, come on. You can definitely fill the time, Blank. Would you be able to, like, get more art done? Hello, Mep, welcome in. I see that you were new to IRIAM, so hello. Welcome to IRIAM, I hope that you were doing well. Bigger bed, bigger pillow? What are these suggestions? Armatalk says, the week is usually my weekend, but holidays I need to be there. I'm usually busy on the weekend. The week is usually my week. Oh, okay, so you just work weekends? Big news means something is bigger? I suppose so. Not a larger bed, not larger pillows, and not growing an inch, though. You have strange guesses. Alright. Basically, I'm sure that, like, some of you guys have already, probably guessed what this is, but it's still exciting to me because, you know, it's been a journey. It's been a journey. Wouldn't a bigger bed be exciting news? I don't really need a bigger bed. I mean, bigger bed means more comfy? Bigger front door? What? Big farm? What? I don't have a farm! What are these suggestions, you guys? Big farm? I mean, well, now that you're saying it, now I kind of want a larger bed. It would make it easier on my wings, for sure. Big aura? What? Armatox? Excuse me? Has all your... Why would that be... I said big news, not tragedy. Big farm with fluffy Angora bunnies for wool. Just giant bunny. Just giant, like, 4-foot, 6-foot bunny. Hello, Vine Fox, hello. Hello, Shaimiku, welcome in, welcome in. No. No, blank. No. No. But... Big farm, that's an interesting one, though, because now I'm thinking about the farm, and now I'm thinking about the Angora bunnies, and now I'm like, I don't know, bunny the size of sheep? Very large bunnies? Herd of pom-pom fluffy bunnies? Herds of pom-pom fluffy bunnies? Just, like, big poofs? Just a farm of big poofers? Big poofala! Come on, hello, welcome in. Can Newbie Reaper see you? I don't believe so, no. A big cake? Oh, actually, I do have a big cake. Vine Fox, thank you for the Easter eggs. I'm surprised that they... Vine Fox, thank you for the heart. I appreciate it. Thank you. Vine Fox. Congrats on the 2 stars, Vine Fox. Congrats. That's super big news, having a cake? Thank you, Vine Fox, I appreciate it. Big spaceship and you're leaving Earth for big planet? Well, I'm not on Earth anyway, so I've already accomplished that. Vikari, hello. I do have a cake, though. I do have a checker cake. I do have a checker cake. That has nothing to do with the news, though. That just has to do with smart shopping. I have a really, really large checkered cake. But that has nothing to do with the news. I was naughty and bought cupcakes at the grocery store. You're allowed. It's Memorial Day. Why not? Big crystal apples you brought back? I did not bring back big crystal apples, but maybe we'll grow that on the farm. Saboteur. No, MG9 is just trying to protect everybody. Let's be real here. Need more crystal apples? Don't you guys have enough? You guys have asked for it so many times, we have so many. I'm zipping my lips since I think I saw? How could you have seen? There is nothing to see. Unless there's, like, some visual I don't know about. But I don't think you've seen anything, Armatox. Tenko Kuragari, hello, welcome in. I just like that picture, I'm forcing it into a meme. You can force it into a meme, apparently. That's funny. It's like none of the other images for that did anything really, but like you're really pushing the crystal apple one. Basically, okay. So like the big news essentially, just because like I'm excited about it and it's probably like not that huge to people, but it's big to me, so I wanted to talk about it. Is it bigger? No. These suggestions, I swear. I finally hit YouTube monetization! I am in the YouTube partner program now! I have officially hit the 4,000 required hours and 1,000 subscribers, so I'm really, really excited about it. Oh, newbie! You don't have to be that excited! Goodness! Thank you, though. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And I think, oh my gosh. But yeah, we recently were able to, like, push over to YouTube partner, which is still very crazy to me. Thank you, Mep, for the party poppers. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. I'm very excited. I'm also very nervous because it, like, I have to figure out, like, how to handle it. Or what to do with it, or how to, like, best utilize it. I honestly have not done enough research because I didn't think that it would happen. I didn't think it, okay, my projected timeline for reaching YouTube partner was December. My projected timeline, based on where things were going, was December. So I've had absolutely zero time to, like, plan or understand things. But I'm really, really, really excited, and I've been doing the YouTube and streaming thing since, like, 2021. And for those of you who don't know, the way that YouTube Partner works is you have to meet the requirements within the, within 365 days on a rolling basis. So, essentially, what that means is, like, if you take a break, right? If you take a hiatus, then all those days, if you take, like, a very long hiatus, then the numbers go down, 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 down. So I was at a point where I was in a good position, and then I took a hiatus, and then it just went down, 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 down to, like, 0. And I was not happy about that. I was not, that was not, not great. But, due to recent content, due to... If you know, you know. We have pushed to YouTube partner requirements, which is very exciting, and I am in a good mood because I'm actually genuinely enjoying the type of content that I'm working on now, and I want to sort of push it forward and see where else it can go. So I'm like, I don't know, I'm feeling good about it. What do you... Hello, lovers forever. Welcome in, welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. I hope everything is going well. This is the big news, yeah! The big news! The Arknights, yes, exactly. But I am genuinely, enjoying it. I'm having a lot of fun, like, kind of learning more about it and seeing how it, I like puzzles, I like mystery, I like intrigue, I like drama. It's fitting, it's checking a lot of boxes for me. I see you're a Donkey Girl fan now. Armatox, no! Bunny, not donkey. Bunny, not donkey. Although, wait, Armatox, I'm surprised that... Wait, I wasn't expecting that from Armatox. Goodness. But thank you so much, Nightfall, I appreciate it, thank you. But yes, we hit YouTube partner, I'm really excited about it. I'm not really sure what to do about it. I want to have plans and things. I think, like, one thing I want to try to do at some point is to figure out, like, words, is to figure out, like, membership stuff and whatnot, and I think I want to make that, Arknights theme, at least at the moment. Can you zoom out real quick? Would like to see the, yeah, sure. Hang on a sec. Whoop! There you go. Full design. You can see my tail. And you can see the full dress here. But yeah, I think that's, like, I don't know. I'm feeling I'm excited. I woke up this morning. I got the email. I was very, very happy. Whoop! Sound like a cricketune. You can see that I am wagging tail. I'm feeling good with the wagging tail. The tail swishes make me happy. I love this so much. But yeah, there you go. Armatox, you're a huge Arknights fan? Wait, what? Really? Wait, why have you never said this before? Like, within the past 2 weeks, I have not heard a single peep at it. Yeah! Newbie Reaper! Why? What is the meaning of this? Goodness. Hello. You got really close really fast and it startled me. You got startled by the whoop. I feel like a cricketoon. Kitsune vanish. I am right here. I have not vanished. I am here. Wait, Armor Talks, I'm genuinely like I'm so confused. Why have you not said that in the past 2 weeks? Why am I just now knowing this? Have you seen the game chat channel in the Discord? Matt, thank you so much for following. I appreciate it. Thank you. Busy with stuff, but yeah, I have an Amiya figure in my house. Armor Talks, have you seen the game chat channel that got invented last week? In the last 2 weeks? Have you seen the Discord? I'm so confused. I'm surprised you didn't say anything. Okay. Genuinely, I think that the funniest thing about this development is that I'm learning that a ton of my friends like Arknights, and I was never aware of it because there was never a reason for it to be brought up. And now that I'm like 5 years late, I'm now finding this all out retroactively, and it's very amusing to me because nobody has previously said anything. In all fairness, maybe he did say something, but it got whooshed away. I haven't seen anything. I mean, you could be right, but I have not seen anything. Wait, I'm genuinely so... I'm surprised by that. I feel like I have so many friends who know or have played, and I'm now just finding out about it, which is crazy to me. You're always right? I don't know about, like... Oh... Well, no, you have a good track record. How was that? You have a good track record. But yeah, I'm gonna have to, like, I don't know, I'm gonna have to figure out, like, what to do with stuff, I guess. Vestradamus. Goodness. PM Intertech says, to be fair, tower defense genre is a bit hard to sell to other people. Yeah, but that's why I'm, like, more surprised. Zach, hello! Welcome in, thank you so much for following. That's why I'm, like, more surprised. It's not that I'm surprised that, like, oh, that there are people who play the game. It's that I'm more surprised that I have friends who play that I didn't know played at all. And then, you know, the content shift, and now I'm finding out, like, oh yeah, I played that for, like, a long time, and I'm like, wait, oh, you guys are all, oh, I'm the one who's very behind. I'm the one behind the times. Star Vesta turned omnipotent for 2 weeks. I don't even know how else to spin that. Happy early birthday, Zach. I hope it goes well. Blank says, now I, on the other hand, am indeed always right. Yep, 100%. MG9 says we're in the walls. Armatalk says it's been a lot in there, but yeah, seeing what to post in there. I think I did post when we were talking about the looks of the models, and the VTuber guys can look like them. Oh! Okay. Okay. If you were talking about, like, the designs of the operators and then VTuber models, I might have just, like, understood that as just being, like, a generic, like, oh, I like the design and I've seen it from time to time and it also kind of feels like VTubing stuff. I didn't think I put together that you, like, were a fan. Because it just seemed like, you know, what I would have said. Like, oh, hey, I know nothing about this, but the designs are really nice, you know? Zach says, if you can pick anything in your room to put in a garage sale, what would it be? That is an interesting question. Why? Are we having a garage sale? Newbie says, I'm not always right. I'm not even that smart. I just use big words to make myself sound photosynthesis. Guys, why does Newbie have, like, the greatest sense of humor? Like, genuinely, why does Newbie have the greatest sense of humor? Oh, goodness. Newbie, I know you probably have, like, no ambitions to do anything with this, but, like, you have a talent. You have a talent in comedy, I have to say. Anything in a garage sale, though? I don't know. That's such a random question. I'm trying to think about that. I do have a lot of shorts scripted for when I finish my model. Please, please, I want to see that so badly. Finally, a rival for comedy. The battle will be legendary. Vessa versus Newbie, let's go! That would be so good. I'm trying to think about the previous question about a garage sale. Are you having a garage sale? Are we having a garage sale? Who's having the garage sale? I don't, like, everything I have is, like, fairly essential. I can't really think of, like, getting rid of stuff. Blank says, remember when I prophesized bombs just earlier today? Fair enough. Very eloquently spoken, a true thespian, like a modern bard of Avon. Avon? Did you mean Avalon? Manzai comedy duo, but it's me and Newbie. Oh my gosh, please. That'd be so good. That'd be so great. But yeah, I'm genuine. I'm trying to think about the garage sale thing. I don't know. What would your guys' answer be for that? For what you would put in a garage sale? Sounds like a fun time, honestly. Newbie and Vessa would be a really funny duo for comedy. I could see it so well. I'm thinking of, like, anything in the atelier that we don't need, and I can't really think of anything. We need most spell books. We need most, alchemical ingredients for Celtic Alchemist. We need most... We probably need everything in the bakery. We probably need everything in the workshop. Avon, William Shakespeare, also known as the Bard of Avon. Verily? Oh, okay, okay. I might not be familiar with that. Onions, just because. Armor Talks, wouldn't you want to keep those? I would sell my phone I'm watching you on right now. Why? What would be the purpose to that? Newbie says could put the half-eaten cash register on sale. I have no idea who did that. Goodness. I'm trying to think. A garage sale? I don't think there's anything that we don't need. I don't know, Zach. I'm still curious about this. Like, do you have a garage sale that you're doing? Are you getting rid of things? I haven't, like, been able to go to garage sales in a very long time. I don't know. I think everything's fairly essential. Any sort of artifacts are pretty useful. I'm trying to think. See Hero, hello, welcome in, welcome in. I'm trying to figure out, like... I don't know. I need my spell cards. I need my supplies. I need the bakery. Or the cafe, anyway. I need the spell books. We're basically more of like a barter and trade than a garage sale. Sell the Rashida? What? The what? The Reshiram? What Reshiram? If it's something you have not touched in the last 6 months, that isn't a display piece, that might be it. What if it's mostly display? I'm here waiting for Son for karaoke, so here to hang out until then. Well, I hope you have fun with karaoke. Bombs on the garage sale? I don't think that would work very well. Blank says, I have already disposed of all root vegetables save for the rutabaga, for they are false blaspheming prophets next to its divine splendor. What? Blank, why did you get rid of all root vegetables? Save for the rutabaga. What am I not understanding here? Why would I get rid of Reshiram? And what do you mean, Reshiram? I want the carrots? We can have carrots. We can keep carrots. Why, Blank, why are we getting rid of all root vegetables as blasphemous prophets? Except for the rutabaga. I'm so confused by this. I didn't say I wanted to keep the bombs. I'm basically saying that I don't think I... No, wait! Ah! It is the sacred treasure. It's not the sacred treasure, no. You want frosted chocolate donuts? With sprinkles? I don't have donuts at the moment. Newbie ate our register. We're a little bit behind on supplies currently. It should have been a kinda baga instead. What? You guys are confusing sometimes, you know that? Need carrots for Amia so she can join us stargazers. Little... I'm picturing a little rabbit in a jacket now. I blame management, which is essentially just Star. What do you mean blame management? I did not eat the cash register. It was that nutcase with a skull on his head. Goodness. Well, okay. Basically, we don't have a lot for a garage sale, essentially. We're kind of working on our bare essentials here. I'm so confused, though. What do you mean you blame management? What are you blaming me for, anyway? That's the weird thing with you guys, is you blame me for things, but then you don't clarify what it is you're blaming me for. You just want to, like, you just want to share the blame. Last year, we did kind of burn down most things. Yeah, we're a little short on supplies now. We have tons of blessed and divine rutabagas, though. Why the rutabagas, Blank? Also, why are we getting rid of the carrots? I think that stargazers are going to want carrots. Why rutabaga? I don't even know what a rutabaga is. I just know the name. Why did you get rid of all the root vegetables? Zero says blaming management for not solving Reaper's startleness and bombing. The Imperial Council has spoken. This is the way. What? Why are you blaming management for Newbie Reaper getting startled? What is... I don't understand this. I don't want to share the blame. I want to put it on someone else and absolve myself completely, Vessa says. Newbie says a stargazer scampering by while you're reading a book, squeaks at you, says your fault, then skitters away without elaborating. That's literally been the past week. Like, I don't know why, but a lot of stargazers have been like, you are at fault, you are to blame. And then I'm like, what did I do? And they're like, you know what you did. And then they run away. And I still don't understand it. I'm not as clairvoyant as you might think. Blank, explain the rutabaga. Star crimes? Again! You haven't given me any... You literally haven't explained what they are. What am I supposed to do with that information? You know? Investigation pending. How long has it been pending? Can't say? I don't understand. What is this inside joke of, like, you know what you did? No, I very clearly don't. I feel like this investigation has been pending for at least a lot of evidence to go through. What is the evidence of? Don't I get like a representative or something? Welcome in, welcome in. I hope you are doing well. Hello, hello. Hello, I see that you are new. I see that you are also, are you new to IRIAM as well? Welcome in, welcome in. You're just trying to do a mistrial? Can't say, active investigation? Mariam, hello, welcome in, welcome in. How are you guys doing today? Welcome to IRIAM, I hope you are doing well. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Oliver. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. I hope you are having a good day so far. Hello, hello. Blank says, Stargazers, it is said the mirror reveals who is to blame for our misfortune. Stargazers look at themselves in the mirror, but in the background, Starlight walks by. It's her, she's the one to blame. Why are you guys all blaming me for things? I don't know what that is. Can you... what is that? Is that a VTuber? Is that a game? Is that a character? What is that? We can get the horror girl to be your lawyer? What, Kaku? Kaku went onto Vessa's side the other day. I don't think that's a good idea. Like, okay, I love Kaku to death, but she joined Vessa, so I don't know what to do. Labubus are toys that you can hang on your bag? I've never seen this thing. What is this? I'm gonna look up what this is. I've never heard of this in my life. Blind box? Wait, aren't these things really expensive? These are really expensive! Goodness! Also, thank you, Miriam. I appreciate it. That implies you don't love me to death, too? How does that imply you don't... What? I don't understand this. Also, these are so expensive. What? These are like artisan toys as keychains? These are so... Okay, it's artisan. It's artisan collectibles. I see. Okay. Artisan collectibles go crazy. How many of these do you have? This is like... I could not afford these keychains. That's a crazy keychain. I would not be able to afford this. Blank says, who else is to blame? Ourselves? Nah, that's impossible. And if we blamed someone beyond the atelier, that would mean war once more. Oh, so I'm the default, is that it? Thank you very much for following. I appreciate it, thank you. You 4? Man, that's... Oh, man, that's up there. I've never really been able to get into designer toys in the sense of, like, collecting, but I genuinely really love the concept of designer toys, and I hope that someday I'm able to produce my own designer toys. Newbie says, maybe it's my fault. No, that doesn't even sound right. CEO says, I'm gonna save as much money as possible for anime convention. I play 3 gacha now, how screwed am I? You could always be free to play. I'm free to play. Blank says, even if we, the scape fox as opposed to the scapegoat? What is my real name? My name is Starlight. I know it's confusing because I have, because sometimes people think that my name is Akari because I have the, I don't have the Japanese order, but people assume it's the Japanese order because Starlight seems like, a symbol of a name, and then Akari seems like my real name, but it's kind of more the other way around. Akari is more like added on later, and my, and I go by Starlight, so it's very confusing. You'll never take me alive? What? Do I know what Nendroids are? I do know what Nendroids are, yeah. I don't have... I have a Nendroid of Hamtaro. And I have a different Nendroid, I believe, from Black Butler, except that was like a weird coincidence freebie. Because I was trying to deconstruct an Nendroid to figure out how they are made, because I do make sculpted figures. So like, I can't collect collectible figures, but I want to make collectible figures. Newbie says, Starlight Akari, Prismatic Kitsune VTuber, Bunny Babysitter, I mean Guardian. Refuse to be a scapegoat. I don't think you are, Vine Fox. I think you're the one who tries to, like, play cool. PM Intertech says, when playing multiple gacha, money isn't really a problem. Time, on the other hand. Yeah, time, right? That's an option. Do you Miku? Do I Miku? I don't know. Depends on what shorts you've seen. How did that Godzilla and Miku clip even happen? How was that even a thing? There's this one clip where I got compared to Miku, and I forget how? I think it was something about fighting at a McDonald's? I don't even remember how this worked. On this episode of Does It Miku? What? You have to go? Alright, have a good day, Miriam. Thank you very much for stopping by. Have a good rest of your day. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Miku Miku Beam! Imagine someone bring you a bomb plush at Off Guy. Why? Ah! Newbie! We're not in Off Guy! Gee. What was that for? Someone said bomb and it startled me? What the heck? What do you mean? Arknights and Honkai 3rd were my first gacha. What were your star? Armatox. I don't play gacha. Arknights is my first gacha. The only other gacha that I have technically played was a Madoka-based gacha. And then it shut down. And it was the only time I've ever spent, like, money on a gacha. And I regretted it. And then I vowed to not spend more money on a gacha. And then the second Madoka gacha came out. And then, I was able to get lucky with Ultimate Madoka, but I haven't actually gotten around to playing it because I've been in Arknights. And yes, I played Nikki twice. Although, I don't think many people are gonna be playing Nikki for long. Just saying. How long is the meet and greet? I believe it's a half hour? It's a half hour at the end of a day on a Sunday. I didn't get the greatest time, to be honest. But that's okay. Yeah, no, it's not, how do you even are they both pronounced Nikki? One is the one with the shooty girls, and the other is the one with the dress. I played the one with the dress. Blank says the bomb prophecy really paid off. Goodness. What happened to Nikki? So, basically, they made a lot of really, really strange decisions. The developers decided that they wanted to add multiplayer to the game, so they tried to retcon the entire lore of the game for both new players and returning players. What else did they do? I can't remember everything. One was the lore retcon. One was having, you know, if we get to a certain amount of new joins in our game, then we give everybody this special prize pack, and then they reneged on it. Mystery Rhymes, hello, welcome in, thank you so much for following. Wait, what? They retconned the story, made the gacha worse and more expensive, yeah, and then they also did not, they stopped delivering on their promises, they did a bunch of things to make the gacha worse, they made the rates worse. People were still upset about the, like, I still didn't like this from the beginning, that you can't technically win the gacha, quote-unquote, if you don't have all the pieces for it. So, like, I understand with gacha, like Genshin and Constellations, right, or, like, Potential with Arknights, that, like, you get multiple copies of a character and you, like, increase how well they work. Well, with Nikki, it's pieces of an outfit, right? So you got, like, your shoes, the pants, the dress, the accessories, whatever. And they got to the point where they're making, like, a ridiculous amount of pieces, right? Like, 10 pieces to complete an outfit for a gacha just gets very, very, very confusing. Lore retcons hurt. Yeah, absolutely. So it's like they had to do, like, well, they didn't have to. They did a bunch of weird stuff, and it's making fans really, really upset. I saw Pretty Color, wanted to follow before I go off for now, just letting you know. Mystery Rhymes, thank you so much, I appreciate it. Also, if you guys haven't yet, consider subscribing to my YouTube as well, or following on Twitch, because I am also, I'm also regularly YouTube and Twitch streamer. If you go to the IRIAM profile, there is links to both in the description, and technically Twitter. Abraham, hello, welcome in. Zero says, in the latest version for Honkai and Genshin, they now show information and disclaimer notes about the gacha pull and gacha rate for banner, and gacha money in the game. That's good. Yeah, no, the rates got worse. Nikki did not have good rates to begin with, then they made the rates worse. Then they made the amount of items you needed more. Then they retconned their lore. Then they made, then they reneged on prizes that they promised the players. And then they did a bunch of other stuff. There's a whole video on it. If you want, like, the in-depth stuff, somebody's made a whole video on it that a bunch of people have been reacting to. Is due a Lace lawsuit, Hoyo faced from the FTC? That makes sense, that makes sense. But yeah, it's just a lot at once. Oh, and basically, people got really mad because they were like, well, you know, we're upset about this and we're gonna complain about this and we want to see what the company says. And the company basically was just like, oh well, have fun with that. And then they released one of those connect the dots pages in children's activity books as like a fun thing to do. And then people got really mad because then they were like, do you realize that the majority of your player base is like 20 to 40-year-olds? And you gave us a connect the dots page instead of addressing our concerns about how much the game has fallen. So it's not great. MG says, dang, that sucks. Someone should probably do something about that. Anyway, yeah, basically. You like my ears? Thank you, I appreciate that. Armatalk says, I just hit it. Thought I was already. What do you mean? Did I miss something? Armatalk says, why I like Hoyoverse and Arknights? You can play through the story and still get everyone if you play through it. Yeah, true. I know that, like, Arknights, has a reputation of being a lot more friendly, which is great because, like, something like Nikki is probably the least friendly gacha there is now. I've seen old companies collapse for, like, 2 or 3 of those alone. Yeah. Sierra says, I don't know much about Nikki, but the lawsuit Hoyo faced was the FTC believed Hoyo was lying about the price to children. If parents were more responsible, we wouldn't have this problem. Well, I mean, okay. I don't know about what the FTC said, but I would be careful with the, FTC believed that they were lying about the price to children, and then parents should be more responsible. There's kind of 2 different points to that. If parents need to be more responsible, that's more of a matter of keeping track that your child doesn't take your credit card and, like, watching what your child does online. The companies, I can understand wanting to be more transparent about, like, hey, you're spending money, but I don't really think it's on the company to, like, I don't know. I feel like you just gave 2 different situations. You like my what? Christmas? What about Christmas? Gacha's predatory regardless of the age of players. That's why loot boxes got banned. Yeah, exactly. Pro tried to distract him with the back of a Burger King page. No, but actually. And it's so funny because, like, this is on Twitter, right? So they had the Connect the Dots page, and it was like, connect the dots to like, complete Momo's outfit or whatever. And people just took the Connect the Dots page and would just, like, put in Canva, fix your game, and then post it back. PM Intertech says, Nikki's probably the worst in terms of rates. Fate Grand Order, is that a challenge? I don't know about Fate Grand Order rates. I know I've heard from Bessa that they're not the most friendly. But I think, I guess at least with Fate Grand Order, like, they're more friendly in terms of earning as a free-to-play player. Maybe not the rates are good, but earning? Newbie says I haven't put a set into FGO yet. You're still trying to figure out the base story, aren't you? Beza says 1% chance to pull 5-star and it's very slow to earn stuff. Your son's almost there. I'll be back. Alright, have fun. FGO rates are awful, funnily enough. Hoyo has worse rates. Jeez. I saw this, I saw something interesting the other day. Have you guys seen that sometimes VTubers also try to make their own gacha system? Because I'm curious about that. I saw this one VTuber, and they were doing, like, their own gacha type of deal, I think it was for a subathon. And it was, like, you have to pay, like, $10 to play their gacha, and they had, like, what was it? Rare, super rare, so R, SR, SSR, and then UR. And R and SR got you nothing? And then SSR got you a keychain, and UR got you a poster. But I was thinking about it, and I was like, wait, there's nothing? It's just, like, you get to You get to, I don't know, thank you for donating, thank you for playing, try again later. I would at least, I mean, I like the concept of gacha. I think it is fun, and I like how you can have so much, you know, different artwork and different chances, and, you know, there is sort of a fun carnival aspect of it, but if I was to ever do that, hint hint, I would like to someday try something like that, then I would at the very least always want to have some sort of thing, right? Some sort of prize. Because I think that if you participate in anything, especially for a streamer, right? Especially for a content creator, then I think it's helpful to at least give something back. So I think it would be fun to do stuff like that, but like always have some sort of consolation prize, because that's my idea, right? Like whenever you pull a gacha or try your luck in anything, you should always like get something for trying, in my opinion. Chiyukamura, hello, welcome in, I hope you're doing well today. Armadog says 90% chance for bombs, 2% for Grimoire. Hint, hint. No, I don't have anything in the works. I'm just saying, like, I would like to do this someday. That would be a fun thing to do. Newbie says, so your candy necklace is an SR or SSR pull? You can't have my necklace, guys. We've been over this. I don't know what I would do for it. I just like... Honestly, it's not the gacha aspect that I like, it's the visuals that I like. Am I more cat or fox? I am full fox. Well, I can't really say full fox, I have wings. But I am a fox, I am not a cat. It's not candy, MG. MG, it's not candy, don't listen to them. There's no candy to be had. Blank says, I personally think all forms of gambling of any form should be illegal universally. I think it's okay if you were able to get something. I really think that that is the, I really think that that should be, like, the limit, is you should be able to earn something. There should always be some sort of prize, right? Because that's the thing with gacha, right? Like, you might not get the rarest thing, but if you get a thing you didn't have, if you get, like, a newer thing, I think that's fine. Because think about it, right? If we were to ban all forms of gambling, then technically that includes Pokemon cards. Because you're paying for things that you don't have any control over getting rare stuff for. I really don't think that there's anything wrong with opening card packs or doing gachas or anything like that, as long as you get something. Yeah, it might be something you already had, but the thing you already had might mean a lot to, like, somebody who's brand new, right? Like, I remember when the first day I started playing Arknights, right? I was doing the gacha, and I specifically said, I don't know who anybody is. I'm not going to know who's good. I'm not going to know, like, if you guys are excited, I'm not going to understand it. So I went through and I looked at all the different operators and I was, like, analyzing the design and what they were saying and their name, because to me it was all new, it was all fresh, it was all interesting. Newbie says, I got Draco in FGO out of nowhere, and she just mows over everything in the game. I legit have to not use her sometimes to have fun. Okay, Newbie, that is the exact reason why I don't use supporters right now. That's the reason I don't use supporters, is like, I don't want to, like, mow through things. I want to actually, like, try it. Vesta says if Pokemon cards were banned, I'd be richer. But you would, okay. You might be richer, but I wouldn't want to, like, ban it entirely, right? Armatalk says in gacha games, the things you have now, you can upgrade things. Yeah, exactly. Like Arknights with potential, and I guess Genshin with constellations. I don't know how Genshin works. I just keep hearing they're called constellations. Chi says, I wouldn't consider TCG gambling, as you can just give other people the unwanted cards. I get what you're saying there. Then it's like, you know, it's not locked to an account. I understand that. You're banning me to the Shadow Realm? Why? Also, why is that the 200th comment? What did I do? Why am I being banned to the Shadow Realm? Star Crimes? You have to give a reason. You have to give a reason for Star Crimes. You still haven't given reasons. You have to explain. MG says, I love my full NP Draco. Star Crimes is the reason? I don't know. Star Kitagawa? No, my name is also Starlight, so Vesa is using... Vesa is branding this, to me for some reason, but won't tell me why. Otaku guy, hello, hello, welcome in, welcome in. Hello, hello, I hope you're doing well today. Attempted wheat theft, fleeing the scene, avoiding authorities. Is that it? Is that the only thing that you have? What's the news? The news is that I've reached YouTube Partner. I am in the YouTube Partner program now. So definitely, if you haven't subscribed on YouTube, consider subscribing on YouTube, because we are YouTube Partner! I don't know what I'm gonna do with the information. Thank you so much! Thank you so much, I appreciate it, Otaku Guy. Thank you, thank you. I don't know... What? Oh, Ometones? I don't know what that is. Elizabeth Rose Gamer, hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome. Is your name a parody off of Elizabeth Rose Bloodflame? VM Fighter Rise, hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. Yeah, that's immediately my first thought. Elizabeth Rose Bloodflame? Star Criminal? Why? How? Excuse you. PM Tech says, honestly, as long as it's properly marketed and people are properly informed, I don't really see a problem. I mean, cigarettes and alcohol are bad for you, and yet adults are able to buy both of them. Yeah, exactly. Which is kind of funny, because, Pokemon cards are now in the same area as cigarettes in stores, because they have to keep them locked. I don't know who Elizabeth Rose Bloodflame is. Really? Wait, is it just a coincidence? Elizabeth Rose Bloodflame sounds like a very intense anime character. Where is it from? Guys, it's Hololive. It's Hololive Justice. It's just my name is Elizabeth, and my middle name is Rose. Oh. Well, that is a coincidence then. Well, I hope you're doing well. You don't really watch Hololive? No, that's fine. I just, because it's like, two out of 3 words in that name are the same, so I thought it was a parody. Sorry about that. Tokugai, thank you for the art. I saw a video where it proved the Yakuza are using Pokemon cards to launder money. What? Alright. Pokemon cards these days I don't understand. When I was making the Pokemon card comparison, I was mainly using the concept of Nintendo or the Pokemon company selling the cards, not whatever's going on now. Whatever's going on now is I don't know how to handle that. But yeah, so Hololive's newest wave is called Hololive Justice, and they have 4 members, and one of them is named Elizabeth Rose Bloodflame, and she's sort of like a knight in shining armor type of character with, like, bright red hair, and, her talent is she can basically impersonate anyone. She can voice act anybody. Vesta says, think about it, very small to move, holds value, easy to resell without tracing, makes sense. It does, yeah. She can sing, yes, she's very, very, very good singer, yes. Newbie says it's crazy, a YouTuber I used to follow graduated out of nowhere one day, came back years later, found out they were in Hollow Stars that whole time, and I never knew. Yeah. MG says, I love epic rap battles from Hololive, they're also British. They are also British, yes. She has a very, very thick British accent, but it works really well for her. How do you stream here? You have to join. You have to be, you have to go to IRIAM's website, and you have to apply to be a founding streamer. Wait, actually? No, the last day was on the 19th. You can't apply for founding streamer anymore. You will have to wait until there is a public release of the application. Yeah, application's closed on the 19th, exactly. But yeah, keep your eyes out, because, you know, IRIAM is going to be at Offkai, and they're probably going to be, opening to the public at some point. Yeah, early access, there you go, you can apply for early access. How does it feel to be first wave founding streamer? It's strange. It's definitely strange. You just downloaded this app? I feel like, okay, I don't know how hard it is to change an app description, but personally, I feel like the app description should say something about how it's open to founding streamers at the moment and not open to the public, because we get so many people wanting to join and not understanding that it's like basically currently in beta, and I kind of wish that they would have a way of explaining that. But I understand why they don't as well. I can understand that they just sort of want to like introduce people to the general idea of it. But yeah. Hello, Sierra. Welcome back. Yeah, at the moment, so it's basically like, it's basically going to be, waitlist for, public beta. Even if they write it there, not everyone would read it. You spend enough time in Senpai's server to know that. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, reality should be open to everybody. Also, have fun, Sierra. I will go try to find out how to stream. Yeah, first of all, disclaimer, you're gonna have to be over 18. Throwing that out there just because a lot of people who, join in aren't. And then you'll have to probably submit an application or waitlist form or something like that and everything. Oh, you already stream on reality. Oh, okay. Are you looking for, like, live 2D? Is that it? Because even if you were on here, you would already have to have a live 2D form, and I believe after the 19th, they're probably not going to be providing them, so you would have to already have something ready, and I believe that reality is 3D, so you would also have to prepare that kind of thing. Hopefully that explains things as best I can anyway. But yeah, in terms of, like, founding streamer, it's strange, right? Okay, bye. Alright then. I have to deal with this so often. You can still get one from IRIAM, but it's a process. That's fair. I would imagine that, like, after the founding streamer thing, they probably are gonna be done with that, but I don't know. Yeah, I wish we could have, like, a pinned message or something. That would be really great. Have, like, a pinned feature. Yeah, it's a thing. I don't know why. It's always the young kids. It's always the young kids who are like, "Hi, I don't care about you. Tell me how I can be on here." And it's like, "Hi, welcome in." Ugh. It's only gonna get worse in the summer. Armatalk says, my previous job, speaking of people not reading, we had a sign of don't throw alcohol bottles in trash, and they still do. Yeah, when it's specific like that, people aren't gonna know the difference at all. Newbie says it's hilarious because I think you have a whole video on your channel explaining IRIAM. I have a video on my channel explaining how to download IRIAM because that was for November when everyone was first trying to figure out how to find the app and how to get on the app and how to make a profile. I don't think I have anything about the nuance of, like, hey, you're gonna have to wait. You can't also be a streamer right now. The college students are out for the most part. The college students are already out? But, okay, I don't know. We've had people in here being like, hi, I'm 9. How do I get on here? College students I don't mind. It's the ones that openly say that they're 9. And it's like, oh, I don't think you should be on the internet, frankly. I really wish that you had a place like Webkins or Club Penguin to go back to. I'm sorry that you don't. I really wish you did. Almost applied for founding streamer? Yeah, I mean, like, go for it if you want to. But yeah, it's always the children. It's always, like, the really, really, really young kids. And it's always just like, I don't know how to find the info I want, so I will go into a live stream of somebody else and demand that they give me the information. Kids are ruthless these days. They're so brave. They're so brave and brash. Kids really don't have any safe space on the internet, which is scary because there's a lot of tablet kids out there. Exactly, I agree. I want to bring back Webkins so badly. Webkins, or Club Penguin, or Neopets, or what were the other ones? I don't even know, but I really wish they had stuff like that. They want you to have a Twitter, which I don't have. There's a lot of Japanese companies that always want to require a connection to Twitter. If it makes you feel any better, I know that there are some founding streamers that, like, have a Twitter account and then are just like, I don't use Twitter. So, I don't know, you could technically just make one, and then just, I don't know. I wouldn't recommend it. I think Twitter's good for VTubing, especially in terms of, whatchamacallit? Connections, resources, networking. It's good in terms of networking. Will someone please think of the children? It just says, I'd like to imagine those people are just trolling, but given the state of the internet, I'm afraid they were serious. Oh no, they're very serious. I've gotten quite a few of them. Armatalk says, what was the avatar forum where you could design your chibi avatar as you post, you gain coins for clothes? Gaia Online? Are we thinking of Gaia Online? Networking, yeah, networking. I think Twitter's good for networking. I'm pretty sure you're thinking of Gaia Online, Armatalks. Fun facts. The first commissions that I've ever done were for Gaia Online Gold. Yeah, Gaia was an interesting time. Gaia is still legit in terms of character design, because Gaia Online actually has, like, a lot of customization for designs, and I've seen people who were able to, like, build their VTuber persona off of Gaia Online designs, and somehow they all still look unique, despite the fact that these are all, like, preset costumes and preset, items. I've seen a lot of people be able to come up with fairly original-looking Gaia designs. Used to play ZOMG a lot? Oh my gosh. That was your Neopets? Very fair. Very fair. Miniclip outside avatars? I don't remember Miniclip as much. That doesn't seem like as, familiar to me. Hello, Labu, welcome back. The original Bitcoin? Yeah, there you go. Fun facts with ZOMG, at one point, I tried to sculpt the rings? Like, the little power rings that you could use? I had, like, little, cosplay replicas of the rings at one point. Newbie says, I think techtalk.org is still around, which is just a library of all the Gaia assets, free to play, to design with them. Is it? I thought it got taken down. I only remember it's for Flash games. Yeah. I think, I could be wrong, but I think, because I was talking about it in terms of VTubing design, right? And I'm pretty sure that it was taken down, but I don't remember. How did you get that skin? What do you mean, how did I get that skin? I have fond memories of SOMG, though. And making the rings. The outfit? The outfit's my own. I'm not, wait. I'm not like a Fortnite skin or something here. I am myself. I exist myself. I don't know, how do you get your skin? That's kind of a creepy thing to ask, isn't it? Newbie says it's been so many years. That was the game we all played in middle school, ZOMG and Dragon Fable. What's Dragon Fable? I've never heard of that one. Is that like, what was there was something that was not really a game, but so many people on DeviantArt were on it. What was it called? Chicken Smoothie? I think it was like, some sort of adoptable thing? Dragon Fable and Adventure Quest Worlds was huge. I haven't heard of either of those, I'm surprised. Which Battle Pass was the Starlight skin in? Jeez. Truth or Dare? I don't usually like doing those on stream because they generally tend to go wrong. Back to the topic of gacha, I noticed a lot of videos about Nikki's horrible change. Maybe I'll watch one or two just to see if I can make a similar video. If you've never played Infinity Nikki, it would maybe be hard to do that, unless you were wanting to, like, yoink and twist it for the gacha that you play. Adventure Quest World? You know what this is too? How have I never heard of this thing? Dragon Fable was my jam. Why don't I know these? The language is so sinister sounding. Your skin is so good. Where did you get your skin? I know, right? It's like, do you go up to random people and ask that? Like, do you go up to, like, I don't know, a baby in a stroller or something? Or an old man? Be like, where did you get your skin? Okay, maybe if you're like a necromancer, I guess. But I don't normally do that. Shadow, hello, welcome in, welcome in. What gacha box do we open to unlock Star as a character? I don't know. It's not about playing the game, but watching the video to see the storytelling style. If you want the storytelling style for Infinity Nikki, there is one that everybody's watching. I think it's like kind of the most popular. And it was previously a Infinity Nikki content creator. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Infinity Nikki. It'll probably just be like one of the first things I find, really. Is it I'm Tired? Or How to Ruin Your God? Yeah, okay. So, this person made two, I guess. One 3 weeks ago, one 6 days ago. So one was like, here's the updates, here's why it's bad, and then the other is like, the devs responded, they ignored us. If you want to try to watch the video, it's by well, if you just type in Infinity Nikki, it's like one of the first things on YouTube. But if you want the channel name, it's, Saru's Ness. Saru's Ness? Saurusness. Saru's Ness. And, yeah, they made 2 videos on it, so if you want to learn the storytelling style for talking about stuff like that, then there you go. Newbie says, your baby's skin is so intact and flush. Doctor, please. It's just, yeah. We're not, I'm not a skin here. The chance of Star and Arknights is not 0. HD did a streamer collab once already. Wait, did they? Wait, did they? Because, like, I actually talked to somebody about that at one point. Not, like, okay, not Arknights, but they're like, yeah, you know, that's a thing that can happen. I'm like, well, I've seen it happen with V Shoujo, but, like, it's not a typical thing. Who else did they, who was the streamer they collabed with? I'm curious now. The YouTube algo gacha. Notice the video thumbnail? Yeah, it's a good thumbnail, right? It gets your attention. It kind of has this feeling of finality to it that is really well played. The voice actor of You Official is Lily Pichu. Oh, really? Oh, okay. So was that the collab? So was it for You Official or was it for like actual in-game stuff? Because it's funny you say that, right? Because I think there's something, I want to say it was Wuthering Waves. I think it's Wuthering Waves, where Bao just did an official song for them. So if they're doing like side projects, then that makes sense. So if they got like Lily Pichu as the VA for You Official, and they got like Bao the Whale to be doing the like a song for Wuwa, I can see that happening. Newbie says if my Kamiyoshi shows up in Arknights, I would actually download it. Chinese Somali? No, we do not talk about that, man. It was part of the April Fools since they became an operator? Wait, what? Really? Wait, like Lily Pichu as an operator? Lily was a voice for Witch Watch too? So that's pretty neat. Oh, that's really cool. Wait, is it like... Wait, could Lily Pichu be, like, obtained in a gacha, or, like, how far did they go? Was it just, like, an outfit? Like, what did they do for this? Funny thing is, Nikki is another gacha, and, my Oshi did a voice for the character from the game. She no longer voices that character or other characters. Oh, I see, I see. Newbie says, since we don't talk about Johnny, can I talk about Fred now? Not if it's the one that I'm thinking of old YouTube. The operators themselves is a streamer? That's really cool. I'll drop the operator in the games channel for you to see. Yeah, I'm curious about it. I'm curious. If it's like actually Lily Pichu, that's really cool. Fred is Newbie's Kamiyoshi confirmed. No! Let's not go there. No, Newbie! Newbie, no, please. Your humor is so much better. Don't stoop to this level. Newbie, you could beat out this humor, please. You're better than this, Newbie. I know you're better than this. I feel old hearing that person's name. It's not that old, is it? Fred versus Annoying Orange, who do you hate more? Can I pick two? Newbie says my humor was, patient annoyed me one day. I introduced their child to the Fred videos. Oh. I don't, that is cruel. That is cruel and unusual punishment right there. MG9 says my favorite genre of humor, collective suffering from age. Goodness. The look they gave me was hilarious. I can imagine. Silly Vanilla, hello, welcome in, how are you doing today? Hope you're doing well today. That is dark. Like, Newbie, that is like, Sith dark right there. How awful was this patient to you? Goodness. Alright, it's in the game chat channel, let me check real quick. Oh, what the heck? Oh, wait, the operator's codename is you official. Oh, that's clever. Wait, that's clever. I thought it was like an existing. So, okay, hang on a sec. So for you official, I didn't know it was the operator's name. I thought it was just like a title, and I thought that like maybe the operator had a name with a U in it. That's really cool though. So that's supposed to be like the Arknight's version of Lily Pichu essentially? Or just like Lily Pichu just happens to be the VA and this is just a character that Lily Pichu voiced. Like did they like is it supposed to be Lily Pichu specifically? She just happens to be the VA? Okay. The event where we got her was her streaming? Wait, like on YouTube or Twitch? Like you had like a drop or something? How does this work? Question? What is the question? Also, Armatox, your Amiya figure is really cute. I genuinely had no idea. That's really cute, though. Goodness. What is the question? It was a fake stream in-game? That is funny. That is really cool. Had a pre-made chat and everything? I love that. Oh my gosh. That's really cool. Otaku Guy says, I'm going to a convention with a friend in November, and it'll be my first time cosplaying. I was wondering if you knew any good sites to shop for cosplay. I don't know, honestly. I usually make all my cosplay, and unfortunately, the store that I used to rely on is now gone forever. I apologize, I don't have any good cosplay sites. Maybe somebody in chat knows some good cosplay sites. You're new and you don't know how to make an avatar? So you can't make an avatar through IRIAM. I'm assuming that you're thinking that this is like reality. It's not like reality. We all either communicated with the IRIAM staff and applied to be founding streamers, and like submitted auditions and applications and everything. And right now it is only the founding streamers who can stream on the app. So, it will eventually open to it will eventually have a public beta, but it's not out right now. But either way, if it does go into public beta, you have to commission somebody to work to create a model, because it's not like reality. It's not like picking and choosing a bunch of pieces and putting something together. It's a lot more involved. Newbie says to make the avatar, you need to take him to all 4 nations, learn every elemental bending style, earth, water, fire, and air. That's my new answer. Thank you. I appreciate that, Newbie. Thank you. It just says you official was part of the April Fool's event where she got roped into Rhodes Island and proper streaming by Click. Did Click teach her? That's adorable. The event was basically you had to take screenshots of things happening on a stage, which gave you different stats, which led to different streams. I posted an example to stream in game chat. I will check that out later, because that sounds really, really, original and cool. But yeah, hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, it's not a pick and choose parts thing. I am my own fox. Which goes back to people asking where I got my skin. Yeah. That is so cool though. Wait, is that one of the screenshots? That's so cute. And it's like I love that setup. It's so funny to me how Arknights kind of seems like it can be whatever it wants to be at any given time. Armatalk says, I'm still thinking someone who has a name like Reaper has patience. We should be worried. No, I think Newbie Reaper is probably, like, very, very, very respectful, right? Like, we've got Mori Calliope, and she's respectful. Everyone has a skin. It comes free with your birth. Vessa, I think they want extra. Newbie, I don't have skin. Goodness. Sierra says, if I went to Offguy, you will know who I am, Starlit. Okay. Is there anybody planning to go to Offguy? Is anybody here planning to go to Offguy? I'm curious, because I don't really think that I know anyone going to Offguy. But, Vessam's omnipotent again. Please tell me you got the reference? Not at the moment when my brain is half off with streaming, but I'm sure I would later, maybe? You can't stream unless you have an avatar? Yeah, you would need something to stream with. If you see me wearing anything related to my Oshi, most likely it is me. What if there's a bunch of people wearing stuff of your Oshi? Cause isn't your Oshi going to... No, your Oshi's gonna be at NYC. I don't know if your Oshi is also gonna be there. There's going to be people wearing merch regardless. It might still be hard. The Uno Xbox meme. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I know what you're saying now. I know what you're saying now, I getcha. I don't know. There could be many people wearing merchandise of a certain blue butterfly. It might be hard to know. They're having a panel together at Offguy? I see. But yeah, I mean, like, I'm curious. Is anybody here planning on going? Like, legitimately? Like, I'm just curious. I wish? Yeah, that's fair. Vesta's going? I'm surprised. This is the first I'm hearing about it. She says it's in the US, most likely not. Yeah, that's fair. I feel kind of weird because I don't think that there's going to be any Stargazer attending. I don't think I know a single Stargazer who's going. Which is okay. I'm basically doing it because I want to try doing it. Because I want to see, like, what a meet and greet is like. I wish there was a way that I would be able to get footage, but something tells me they aren't really thinking about that. But still, you know, it's something to try, it's something to put on a bucket list, it's something to test out. Armatalk's mentioning my persona's death while being a medical professional made me sit and think about that for a second. Armatalks, you're giving poor newbie an existential crisis. EU moment here, no luck attending. That's totally fair. Like I said, I think, like, regardless of EU or US, I don't think there's any Stargazer who is planning to go this year. I'm not even going to be there this year. I'm just doing a virtual meet and greet. And it's at the end of the day on a Sunday. So it's like... I don't have the greatest slot. And I'm not going to join in person this year. Maybe some year, maybe at some point that might be fun, but not for this year. But still, I've never done a meet and greet. I've wanted to try doing it. I want to see what it's like. So even if it's just a bunch of strangers, I will still welcome them and hope that they are having fun at the convention at the end of Sunday when they're all getting ready to leave and catch their planes and whatnot. But still, I will make it fun. Sierra says if scuff happens, everyone knows you're the IRIAM Queen of Scuff. Yeah. Newbie says, I met a total of 2 VTubers in person, and that's about it. I'm an introvert normally. That's totally fair. That's definitely understandable. Armatalk said, like you said, we have Callie. PM Interdex says, I want to show All-San, which is from this year's April Fool's event, but we probably have to wait until next year for Starlight to see it in the game. Is it going to be a rerun type of thing? That could be fun. If Scuff doesn't happen, it's not VTubing. Very true, very true. Zero says, I met IRMS and Onigiri IRL. Amelie's VTuber mom too. That's really cool. 2 VTubers, fake introverts spotted. April Fool's events do rerun. That's really cool. I'm looking forward to the point where I'm further in the main story so that I'm actually able to, like, join more things without being nervous. Because it does seem like they do a really good job of making things regularly interesting. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just like people are used to a lot of it by now. But from a newbie's perspective, from a new player's perspective, it does seem that that they do a lot to keep things interesting, keep things going. Armatalk says, wish they did that with other gacha and holidays. I think it's fun to do festivities, to celebrate festivities and things, right? Yes, from your perspective, newbie. Exactly, from your perspective. I don't know, I like celebrating events, I like doing holidays, I like being festive. So I think it's cool that, that different places do that. Aegis says, I've got to commend Arknights for keeping the story somehow coherent within the world and the rules it set for itself. That cannot be easy, honestly. That definitely deserves praise. It's nice of them to just permanently make past events available after the rerun. Yeah, absolutely. Even get the important things after, record restore? I don't know what that is, but I believe you. Each side event has its own mechanic, unless it's the same place where it makes sense to reuse it. That's fair. I don't know, it seems like they do a lot to show that they care, and I think that that's really nice. I could be wrong, I could be, like, not understanding things, but I don't know, from what I'm hearing from you guys, from what I'm hearing in general, it just seems like there's a lot of soul put into a lot of these things, so I think that's cool. If they really cared, they'd give me the Plume Tomboy skin. Is Plume not tomboy enough on her own as it is? Record restores when you get the furniture, plaque, profile icon, and event welfare operator a year after rerun. Oh, I see, I see. So you're saying that they even get the important things after record restore. Ah, so there's like, you don't really miss out on too many things, aside from collabs, I get. Sierra says, since I came in and out of the stream, the title is referring to the announcement about Offkai. No, it is referring to YouTube Partner Program. I was able to hit YouTube Partner Program. That is the big announcement. That is the thing. That is the exciting thing. I probably should have just said, like, fun news or exciting news. But yeah, YouTube Partner Program. I have no idea what I'm doing, and I haven't had a lot of time to look into it, but I'm still really, really excited. Yes! Yes, indeed. And thank you, Aegis, I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Nessa says, I missed all the free run collabs in every game by like a month or two. Also, I'm used to it. Oh, I'm sorry. I gotta admit this, but I'm jealous of you. You will get there. You will get there. I have to say, there was a big jump from the Art Nights, but I'm genuinely having a lot of fun, and you know what I think is, like, you know what I think is sort of the, okay, I have to be really careful how I say this, because I know some people are gonna run with it in strange ways, but essentially, I feel like, how do I say this? I've talked about this before on stream, this isn't anything new. I feel like Arknights is probably the furthest away from my brand that I've been, but, and I understand that it's probably even darker than I'm aware that it's going to get, because without any spoilers, nobody say anything, please, But from what I understand, it's just going to keep getting darker. On the other hand, I feel like it's kind of creating a bit of an overall shift in how I take things, and I feel like Arknights opened me up to being more interested. How do I say this? It expanded my worldview of content creation. I think that's the best way to say it. It expanded my worldview of content creation, and it expanded my worldview as an artist. Because it opens me up to more possibilities in general that I honestly consume on my own time in the sense of anime, right? My favorite anime is not the happiest, honestly. You learned PG-13 is okay. Yeah, basically. Basically. You learn PG-13 is okay. I'm opening myself up to being more open with darker themes, because I think that the darker themes allow a lot of elegance, a lot of intrigue, a lot of drama, and a lot of, like, deep themes and story that you can't always get from other places. The darkness allows the light to shine through. Exactly. Madoka is literally just a magical girl show. What do you mean? Exactly. Kazak, hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. Next stop, main to breath streams win. No! Okay, I still have my limits. I'm not saying that I'm going, like, you know, 3... I'm not entirely going into a different direction. I'm just opening my horizons. Sad stories can end up being the happiest in some way. The contrast really helps you appreciate when light does come through. Yeah, exactly. Someone had my same brain cell. What, Vessa? Arknights is dark but never hopeless. That's kind of what I'm feeling, yeah. There might be a slight skew in your fan base. Yeah, just a tiny bit, just a little bit. Just a little. But yeah, I mean, like, when I think about my favorite anime, right? My favorite anime is Madoka Magica, Full Metal Alchemist, Death Parade. Like, I'm not an idol watching anime person, you know? I don't watch, like, I don't watch, like, school slice of life, shall we say. So, I think that it's opening my horizons to different things, basically. Because I think that there is sort of a power in that, right? Like, you know, light in the darkness and a little bit of hope. You know, hope is the thing with feathers. Newbie says, do you ever read my lore bits? They're all kind of sad or dark, but they don't stay in a brooding tone. I have been reading, actually. I haven't been saying anything because I don't want to, like, cut into it too much, because I think it's, like, I like how well it's, sort of flowing. But I've been adding little reacts to show that I'm reading it, and so far I am actually really enjoying how you're presenting things. We got into anime around the same time? What do you mean? FMA, there we go. Vesta says, I'm happy to hear that, because now I can get you to play Expedition 33. Guys. Zach, thank you for following. Thank you. I appreciate it. But, yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of like... I think that's kind of the main thing, right? Is you need it? I'm a little preoccupied at the moment, Vesta. I'm a little bit busy with things. And it seems like, okay, those turn-based games always seem really long to me. Newbie says, see, with Arknights, the darker stakes make you really want to fight harder for the happy ending. The hope feels so much warmer. Yeah, there you go, right? And I think that really is something that I like, that I am sort of seeing, mirrored across the things that I enjoy, right? Full Metal Alchemist, absolutely, like, you know, fighting in a war and this idea of hope. Madoka, the entire theme is hope, quite literally. You know, spoilers, but very much entirely title based on hope. What else? Not so much Death Parade. Trying to think of what else. So I sometimes, like, when I talk about anime, I forget what anime I've already seen. Freeren is kind of its own thing. I wouldn't necessarily say Hope. That's kind of its own thing. But I also do love Freeren. Madoka is one of the darkest animes ever, and one of the only ones that tackles the theme of hope so well. Yeah, I really love it. I think that the contrast, and Arcanist is doing the same thing, right? Like, you've got, like, the cute, pretty girl, and then, like, the super, super dark themes that throw people off. But it's, like, it works so well. I don't know. It's, like... But also the way they present it, the way they present, like, Kyubey and Entropy and everything, and just, like, the stakes and the intensity of it is just, it's so well done. Freeren's theme is life experience and enjoying the place and time you exist in. Yeah, that's true. Delamore, hello, welcome in. Also, like, how things change over time, right? Like, Pirate Software did a short on Freeren where he was talking about, like, okay, a little bit of spoilers, but it's, like, really, really early. But the thing with the demon, and, like, okay, that doesn't narrow down anything. The thing with the really, really large demon that everyone's been fearing for a long time. Yeah, the Soul Track short, exactly. And then he comes back, and then it's like, you know, your most powerful spell is, like, Child's Play. Like, the way that they explain that, the way that they go into that, I think is really interesting. And there's sort of, like, yeah, it's a living in the moment thing, but it's also, like, a little bit of the chess playing and the intrigue. I think that's another thing that I like about a lot of these shows. Chess playing and intrigue, right? Like, I've also seen Death Note. I like things that deal with a little bit deeper understanding of, like, psychology and intelligence and sort of, you know, messing with the way people are thinking about things, instead of just, like, you know, hack and slash basic shonen, right? Newbie says Freeren actually replaced Cowboy Bebop as my fave anime. It's world building and just the human nuance and psychology. Yeah, that. Exactly, yeah. That's really the kind of stuff that I appreciate, honestly, is, like, when it gets very deep and meaningful, and it makes you think. And I think that not a lot of anime do that right now. I mean, there was the Crunchyroll Awards recently, and Freeren was robbed for Solo Leveling. Granted, I have not seen Solo Leveling. I know that Gigaku's not going to be happy about that. But it's like, you've got your basic shonen stuff, and then you've got your deeper shonen. So deeper shonen, I would say, is like, you know, Fullmetal Alchemist, right? And then your basic shonen is... I don't want to list any examples, because everyone's gonna be like, no, you're wrong, it actually has blah 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 blah. Fine, whatever. It's very introspective anime that comes from something so real, like the thing the characters muse on is so real. Yeah, exactly. The big four, yeah. As someone who still really loves Naruto, I can see the faults in Naruto, but the parts that people think are boring, like the talk no jutsu or whatever, that's actually the stuff I like. Frieren didn't air this year though, did it? I don't know. I think it was in the running though. Do it. No, I'm not. I don't want to be, like, slapped down by people just because I haven't seen their anime. That's not fair, right? But yeah, I mean, you know, the big four, the modern ones, that stuff, like, you can only repeat themes so many times, but when you twist on a theme, as well as, like, something like Freeren does, then it stands out. I know, like, SAO gets a ton of hate, but I think, like, for its time, it worked really, really well because it was doing something very different at that time. Now everybody's copied the formula, and now it's considered a really bad anime by a lot of people, but at that time, it wasn't. I don't know of any other examples at the moment, but, like, yeah, twisting on a concept or taking a different nuanced approach with it, I just think that there's, like, there's certain ones that stand out and do it really well, and others that just sort of, like, fly by the radar. Newbie says the repeating themes thing is why I had to take a break from Bleach. It felt like it was kind of repeating, giving a lot of filler. Yeah, that's understandable. I think Bleach is one of the big ones. Naruto is one of the big ones. I was not a fan of Shippuden. I watched a little bit of Shippuden. I didn't fully watch it, because, okay, I think a lot of people can agree with this. I hate power scaling. I really, really hate power scaling. Power scaling killed Shippuden for me, and the getting rid of hand signs absolutely killed Naruto for me, because hand signs were such a big thing that I loved about Naruto. Hand signs were what separated Naruto from all the other, you know, big anime to me. Hand signs were very, very much like, we're taking a form of, like, actual historical, chi, meditation, ninja work, symbolism, essentially like a form of ninja alchemy, right? And then they just got rid of all of that, and, like, hand signs are what made it stand out to me. Scroll use made it stand out to me. All the things that made it unique, they then got rid of. And that just bothered me so much. I'm not really sure what power scaling means in the anime context. So power scaling in anime context is, like, the thing that you need to defeat the next character or the next big bad just gets, like, more and more and more intense to the point that it starts getting really ridiculous. And then basically you get to the point where every episode has to be this earth-shattering, intense energy blasts, and then you can't do anything new, because everything has to be larger and larger and larger, so then you can't use subtlety, nuance, and intellect. If that makes sense, right? Like, one of the things that I really, really loved, regardless of if people said that it was broken or if it doesn't play off well, right? The tuning exams, right? For Naruto. That was the thing that people really, really liked, and the thing that was interesting with the tuning exams, even if they were, like, weird, character write-offs, or if they didn't really make any sense, the fact that they chose to do that, like, clever ways for characters to win in the tuning exams, right? So we had, like, Shikamaru, who can control shadows, which means that he has to sort of manipulate his environment with where the shadows are, and where the sun is, and how fast the sun is setting. Those are things that you have to think about when you're on this battlefield, because if your main power is shadow work, then as the day continues, your power is going to be changing. Whereas you get to the part in Shippuden where everyone's just throwing giant energy blasts at each other, and it stops becoming a matter of intellect and thinking and strategizing. Power scaling is ridiculous in most fictional media, especially anime and video games. Yeah. I need to know the big news that is to be spoken of. Hello, Dual Thrones. Big news is YouTube partner program. We hit the YouTube partner program. I'm officially a YouTube partner on the main channel. That is our big news. That is our big, big news. It went from being smart to just throwing... Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And I miss it being smart, because it being smart is why I enjoyed it as much as I did. Zero says, for example, in Star Rail, there's a character named Yang King, and the lore, he's like, galactic level power literally defeats all the Archon, aka gods in Genshin. However, to the eyes of the Star Rail fandom, Yang King is seen as the butt of a joke. Yeah, because it's like, it just gets to the ridiculous point, you know? Newbie says, one of the first episodes was so fascinating when Kakashi was copying the Mist Swordsman beat for 5 minutes for an attack, and then in Shippuden they dropped 2 meteors with their arms crossed. Oh my gosh, the Kakashi and Zabuza fight is the perfect example of, like, something that should have occurred way later in the story, right? Because, yes, I think that the Kakashi and Zabuza fight is very, very iconic, and it, like, kind of put the intrigue on the map, but it happens so early that it just, it's so good, it's so well done. But it happened too early, in my opinion. But yes, thank you, Dual Thrones. I'm very excited about it. I'm very excited about it. Thank you, thank you. They did my boy Rock Lee so dirty. Again with the tuning exams, right? Again with the tuning exams. Jaeger, hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. What? Yeah, the tuning exams, right? Like Rock Lee removing the weights, that was like a huge pivotal, like, oh my gosh type of moment. And now it's not considered anything special because it's like, well, now we're just throwing around giant explosions the size of Mars. And it just, it undermines so much character growth. But yeah, that's basically what power scaling is. You're undermining big character growth, and you're making things larger than life, and you're getting rid of strategy, specialty, and intellect. And what makes me stick with an anime is when they keep strategy, specialty, and intellect. There was this one anime that I thought was like, okay, this is gonna sound really... You know what the problem is in terms of, like, darker themes in anime? The ones with the strategy and intellect end up being the really dark and violent ones. Like, by their nature, right? That was so peak, and when they said Sasuke is just as fast as Lee now, I was like, well, there goes my boy! How do you stream on IRIAM? Okay, you can't stream on IRIAM. It is limited to founding streamers, and eventually it will open up to public beta, but at the moment you cannot do it. Max Galactic, hello, hello. What is the big news? The big news is that I am in the YouTube Partner Program. I'm very excited. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. We can talk about, like, how we should work with that, but... You applied, 8 days and still waiting, let's go! I wish you the best with it. I wish you the best of luck with it. It's not power scaling, but power creep. What would you say is the difference? It's essentially where the story continuously scales the power required to the point the scale hits the ceiling, yeah. Because, like, I fell out of love with Naruto, in the middle of Shippuden, but certainly with Boruto, right? Boruto just, I had no interest. I've not seen any Boruto stuff. They also did, spoiler warning, they killed off my literal favorite character, and I kind of will never forgive them for it. So, yeah, no, Boruto is not canon to me. Very nervous recording myself. Hopefully they can look past that and see the chat. I truly am. Max Galactic, I wish you the best of luck with it. Yeah, Haku. Guardian Angel, hello, hello, welcome in. It's like how in JoJo, Araki, the author, recognized he was writing himself into a corner. He decided to completely change everything and somehow made the best system. See, that's the best outcome, right? Is when your author realizes that they're power scaling and then goes, wait, this isn't going to work in the long term, let me get rid of that. Dual Throne says, you know what anime I enjoy greatly despite the MC having a massive power is no longer allowed in another world? I haven't heard of that one yet. Gotta go, doing my IRIAM rounds and playing games while admiring the shelf I built in my room. Alright, Max Galactic, have fun with that. I still find Haku admitting to Naruto's true gender is a funny thing. There was a strategy to that, though, right? Ubi says there's a line in Boruto where Naruto said, when I was your age, I was more obedient, and then I remember episode 1 of Naruto. He says that he was more obedient? That is the biggest lie I've heard. That is such- I hate Boruto. I'm sorry. I really hate Boruto. It's like they just said, let's get rid of our entire legacy. I can't think of one redeeming quality to Boruto for me personally. I really can't. You ruin Naruto's character. You get rid of my literal favorite character. I can't forgive. Boruto is just worse and Naruto was better by comparison. Yeah, I mean, like, objectively. Also, I'm sorry. Boruto having this whole side thing with aliens in a show that's supposed to be about strategy and ninjas. You bring in alien, that's power creep, okay? That's the definition of power creep. When you suddenly make your show about aliens. Let's just, can we please not? Bookworm, hello, welcome in, hope you're doing well today. Yeah, I have no interest in that. I have no interest in power creep. The aliens and the ninja show, exactly, it's just, why? Just put Boruto in the sacrificial bonfire. Oh. Yeah, no, legitimately aliens. Not like little, not like Martians, not like big-eyed Martian character, but like essentially like you know, other race of character coming from space onto, or yeah. What made Naruto great was the historic feeling, the traditional Japanese culture feeling, the symbolism, the intellect, the intrigue, and then they just threw all of it away. I already had to suspend my disbelief of the MC Ninja wearing a loud bright orange jacket. Alien was too far even beyond that. Big bad villain Naruto universe, Kaguya as an alien. It reminds how people felt when aliens appeared in the 4th Indiana Jones movie. It's just so wrong. It's just so wrong and unnecessary. Oh, and then of course, right? Naruto and Sasuke had their chosen one arc beyond the whole idea of, you know, Naruto with the Jinchuriki. No, that wasn't good enough. Then they both had to have their, actually, you guys were destined to save the world. Are you kidding me? I usually don't get heated about stuff like this. I usually don't get heated about anime like this. But how do you mess up your story that badly? How do you just destroy your story that badly? If they just said it was ninjas in space, I made a different book, it probably would have been better. Yeah, honestly, just like make it a whole different thing with different characters, because you're not going to keep it the same at all, so, you know. The MC's power is storyteller, and its most powerful ability, the way he uses it is basically giving the big bad of each arc a good end. Wait, what? What do you think is the best ending for an anime? Probably Full Metal Alchemist. I think Full Metal Alchemist ended beautifully. Brotherhood, anyway. Fun fact, though, Sasuke was always drawn with a pointy chin. After Naruto uppercutted him into oblivion, Boruto drew him with a flattened, blunt chin. What? Next chapter, Jesus descends from heaven and gives them the bestest and most important dudes award. You can't make this up. This is so... Oh... Don't remind me. Sounds like the anime became the equivalent of a D&D campaign. It felt like that, honestly. One thing I loved in Naruto was the actual juxtaposition between Naruto and Sasuke. How they literally, could have switched roles and how it would still work. Yeah, absolutely, right? And then Shippuden, it's like, no, LMAO, this was destiny! Yeah, I would say that Brotherhood, for me, has the best anime ending. I would say that Brotherhood is the great... It's like... Brotherhood ends with such satisfaction, you know? Very few anime have, like, a very satisfying ending. And I think Brotherhood just did it so beautifully. I haven't watched the original that had the different ending, so I know that that has, like, a completely different direction, but I know Brotherhood was, like, the intent of the original manga, so, that's the one that I choose to focus on. And Brotherhood just had such a, like, I'm fully satisfied type of feeling. Which is very, very rare in any anime, I think for anybody. Yeah, I've heard the original's ending was not great. And, like, original, but not the original intent. So, eh. The utter roasting by the Colonel in FMAB Brotherhood was both overkill and extremely satisfying. Fair, yeah. Sierra says to me, the best ending for anime is Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D. Main protagonist fought his rival's friend with the first ace monster in the show that made the reference to the first opening. I do like it when people do that. I really like it when shows do like a, you know, bring it all around to the beginning type of deal. Fate had different routes, all of them hurt my feelings. Wait, newbie, how far did you get? You just recently started Fate like a few weeks ago. How far have you already gotten? Yeah, exactly. Like, coming full circle, I think, is very satisfying when it's done right. Dualthrone said not the end they think they want, but one that gives them the chance to overcome the personal flaw that set them on the path of hurting others, to overcome their core wound. Which one are we talking about now? Alright, have fun, Sierra. Wait, which one are we talking about, Dual Thrones? I want to make sure that we're on the same page here. Also, if you've not yet subscribed to the YouTube or followed on Twitch or anything, if you go to my IRIAM profile, there is, I do have my socials in the description, so definitely consider subscribing on YouTube. Definitely consider following on Twitch. Tomorrow we are going to be doing another master study piece on the YouTube and Twitch side, so if you don't want to miss that, if you want to see master study painting work, definitely consider subscribing on YouTube or following on Twitch as well. Newbie says, I played the OG Saber route in the original visual novel, watched Zero, then Unlimited Blade Works, then watched Heaven's Feel. How much media is that? That seems like a lot. Every single ending on all of them except the OG visual novel, Saber ending, hurt my feelings. I'm sorry. Starchan Airport, where arrivals and departures are stated constantly. Genuinely. Genuinely. Like, okay, I'm going now. You could not help me find a model. Okay, sorry. Okay, I'm going now. I have to go to a birthday party. Okay. The birthday party one I don't really mind, but I get slightly frustrated with the, can you help me join this app and stream on here? No? Okay, you're useless to me. Goodbye. Okay. The thing I've been talking about? The MC's power from No Longer Allowed in Another World. Ah, I see, okay. See you here. Hello, welcome in. Aegis says, tomorrow you were doing, Kristen for the master study? Not to spoil anything, her event was a masterpiece. I mean, considering how many people submitted the same art piece, right? I was looking at that, and I was like, wait a minute, is this the same person? Nope, that's a different person. Nope, that's a different- okay, a lot of people like this art piece. So, I don't want to be spoiled with the event, but it does seem like it will be good when I eventually get to the point where I can, experience it. Newbie says it was a lot, but I watched them in my downtime when I wasn't working on projects or at work. Takes a bit, but I chip away at it bit by bit. That's fair. That's fair. MG says Unlimited Blade Works is about 26 episodes, Heaven's Feel is 3 movies, and then one route in the visual novel should be 20 to 30 hours. That is a lot! Oh yeah, we got praise from the Baldur's Gate 3 writer for that event. Oh, is that the event that it was for? Because I heard about the Baldur's Gate 3 thing, but I didn't know which it was. The music for the theme absolutely ruined me. So you're saying that if I turn it into a speed paint later, I should not use that theme. I have so much to talk about regarding Lone Trail, I can't because it's all so much spoilers. I'm sorry. That's the thing, like, you guys have these events that you really, really love, and I want to, like, do a master study and learn the art style and honor the fact that you like that, but I feel bad that I can't talk to you about it either. So I'm kind of in this, like, I want to participate, I want to be part of this, I want to join in, but I can't because I'm also trying to experience things on my own, and I get very, very... It is hard to figure out. But I am enjoying things so far, and I hope to be able to join you soon. Ish. I don't know when. Newbie says, let me say it like this, I have not watched any other show, video, or played any game aside from Fate since I started. Oh goodness. No matter, it'll just be that much more satisfying. Alright, I appreciate your guys' patience, I really, really do. Asa Mitsuki, hello, welcome in, how's everything going? I hope you're doing well today. Right now, I'm the bone of my sword, oh my gosh, Newbie. Newbie, don't get me into it, because I have a whole different direction to be getting into. Jewel Throne says, my favorite anime I saw recently is reincarnated as a sword, which I call the Sword Dad anime. The MC and his companion have an incredibly wholesome father-daughter dynamic. It was chicken soup for the soul. That sounds really sweet. I really like that. Yeah, I really, it's hard to want to get into something, but also have to avoid every part of it. I'm sure that Newbie kind of feels the same way. MG says, fate, that's hell you're walking into, and so on and so forth. You know, the bright side, you know, Newbie, it sounds like that you'll have people in the Discord that you can chat about Fate with. Maybe I should, like, I don't know. The Discord is always going to continue evolving, right? I don't know. Maybe I should, like, have more spaces for stuff. I'll have to think about that. I'm just like, I don't know. We're kind of like, we're moving away from the solely 99.9% art focused side of things. And things are gonna, like, change and evolve as they go, so. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud a little bit. But it does sound like that you are in good company with Fate fans. Which is good. I'm glad that you're enjoying it, though. I at some point, I would like to explore it, but I am sort of a little tied up right now. It's good to be adaptable? Yeah, I think so. I think that, like, I think that this direction of content is sort of, like, making me more adaptable and making me more open to things and, like, expanding my horizons in a lot of different ways. Newbie says, I think I heard a Fate artist did the model art for, Crony from Hololive? Yeah. I don't remember their name, but I do recall seeing that. Also, I think it's funny because I think there's some overlap between Fate artists and Arknights artists. Aegis says, I need to go now, deal with life, and go cry to the Kristen song. No, I'm sorry. Have a good stream. All the best, Aegis. Thank you very much for stopping by. Have a good rest of your day. Thank you. PM Edutech says, just to explain how good the event is, the NPC character from the event is currently the one who got their own theme. All of the character themes are for 6-star characters. Oh, dang. Okay. Wow. There's quite a lot we could talk about. Hololive and Gacha. I don't think I can talk about that stuff. Why wouldn't you be able to talk about Hololive and Gacha? I mean, like, I see nothing... Oh, past life. Okay, I see what you're saying. No, that's fair. I know about one of the talents from, oh my gosh, from Promise. I know about the talent from Promise. And I know about the one from Myth. It's really cool, though, that they were able to do so much, you know? It's really cool that they were able to explore both sides. Yeah, no, I'm aware, because, like, I follow the artists. I follow the artists especially. If there's an artist in Hololive, I am aware of what they're doing. Vessa says, my past life was Mume. Wow. That is a very big, personality switch there, Vessa. I'll just say Jackie Arknights, yeah. Yeah, it's Jackie, and then there's others, right? Golden Glow and, what was the, Pepe, right? Are you sure it is? I mean, okay, it doesn't... I don't know. Mume has, like, very different personality depending. Mizuki, Golden Glow, and Pepe? Oh, right, Mizuki as well, right? That's a lot, honestly. That's really cool. I think that we all love Nami in the AK fandom. That's very fair. Yeah, Nami's very talented. I think that it's really inspiring to see that there are members who were able to tap into both Hololive and professional illustration and sort of get to see both sides of that and sort of see, like, what the possibilities are, right? Because, like, as a VTuber myself, I'm very in that space, on the VTubing side. So then when I see the VTubing and art overlap, it's very much, like, it's very inspiring to see where these people came from, where they got to experience, and then where they got to continue going back, right? We got jump scared really hard when she spoke in the last anniversary stream, I would imagine. Yeah, because that's very iconic, right? But yeah, I think it's really cool that, like, it's very cool to see the possibilities kind of make themselves full circle. And I've noticed that a lot of the Arknights that have joined, the server and everything, I have noticed that there are a fair number of them who are also VTuber fans and, like, Hololive fans, which is really cool. So there's like, there's different levels of interests, and there's a bunch of overlap that I think that a lot of us can relate to, so that's really, really cool. It makes me happy. Yeah, I don't know too much about Mume. All I know is that there's kind of multiple sides to her, so I don't know which side you're thinking about. It's one full circle. It makes me happy, though, because it makes it, like, I know that the interests that I have are also overlapping with the interests of the community members, which is really, really cool. And when I see community members who are also talking about VTubers and Hololive and stuff like that, it makes me happy. Kid Funaki, hello, hello, welcome in, welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. That makes sense, right? I mean, at the end of the day, it's all anime. At the end of the day, it's all anime in some form. Hey, oh, hello, hello. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well today. We're all terminally in anime. And it's honestly, like, it's the best, right? It's just, there's so many different directions and paths that you can go down with it. There's so much opportunity, there's so much flexibility. I will forever never forgive my, my art teachers for being so against it, because if I was able to have shown them Arknight's things back in the day, then I would have been like, this is legitimately Renaissance art. Like, this actually references real Renaissance art. You can't get more true art than this. And I think that that's something that's very, I don't know, there's something extremely satisfying about that. Griddlebug, hello, hello, welcome in, welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. Thank you very much for following, I appreciate it, thank you, thank you. But yeah, I think that just the amount that the amount of range that all of this has is really interesting to me. But what do you guys think? I'm curious. You know, with the different gacha overlap, with the Hololive overlap, whether it's like Arknights or WUA or FGO. The penguin in the 2-pack shirt is art. But I hope that, yeah. I'm excited to see where things go. I'm excited to see where things go. I'm excited to see where things evolve. Star, star, star. You could, like, you could say it's a whole rainbow of range. There you go. Anime is the prism, guys. Anime is the prism to which everything else splits off. Range bow. There you go. It's a range bow. Anime is the tie. It is the prism where everything splits. Roll credits. Funny how prism rhymes with prison? Where do you get prison from that? It doesn't really rhyme, it just more so sounds similar. Take a bite out of the prism? No, don't take a bite out of the prism. It doesn't rhyme with prison. One Piece was the prism. Have you watched Dragon Ball? I have not watched Dragon Ball. I think it kind of deals with the same power creep thing that we were talking about earlier. Unless you mean the original with Kid Goku and the monkey tail, because I do like that. Ghost in the Shell is how we got the Matrix. There you go, there you go. Have you ever went to prison? No, I have not. Why would... No. Although some people in chat kind of seem to want me to, some... Yet? You guys are wild. You guys are crazy. Yeah, OG Dragon Ball was really nice. And again, you know, it has the same power creep problem. But it like... I'm still waiting to see if the charge is Vesa. I want to see the rap sheet. I don't have a rap sheet. Do I have an OC? I do not have an OC. I am just myself. No, but I like OG Dragon Ball, where it was like a lot more easy to understand. I am my own self. I don't really have many OCs. I've got Prism, but she's not really an OC. She's more of my friend, mascot. Sierra says, my wife and I watched the OG Dragon Ball. We're currently watching DBZ, and we started the Android Saga. I don't know what that is, but okay. Star doesn't have a rap sheet. She did rap. Vessa, shush. From fighting in a tournament with normal people to terrorists and demons to alien overlords to God. Yeah, can we stop with the power creep, please? Does that mean you are an OC? What? I'm not sure what you mean. It's over 9,000 is pretty much telling you everything you need to know about power creep and Dragon Ball. Yeah, basically. What would that be nowadays? Like 90,000 or something? Does Stargazer have power creep? Can we be stronger than Starlight? I don't think so. Have I ever watched? Yes, I have watched a few things. Goodness gracious. Avocado? Is that a thing you can watch? An avocado? We were talking about Rutabaga earlier. Who would win in a fight hypothetically? What? I don't know. I'm not going against Ultraman. I still need to figure out my, my archetype and subclass with Arknights. That's what I really need to figure out at some point. I think that's, like, I think that would be fun to figure out. I don't know anything about Roblox. I know nothing about Roblox. Then there's the inconsistent creep, where Superman gets hurt by Riddler hitting him in the head, slinging himself around the planet so fast time resets. She can beat up 3 pterodactyls, you don't stand a chance, C+. Goodness. You fought eldritch beings? I made a deal with an eldritch being. You might have fought eldritch beings, but I formed a contract with one. Checkmate! No, I don't know Roblox. But yeah, I'm just gonna throw this out randomly, for no reason at all, but IRIAM is an 18 and up app. I am just throwing that out for no reason, but just, confirming to people that IRIAM is indeed an 18 and up app. Star saved the world by getting Kaku to not eat the sun. Exactly, exactly. Newbie says I'm a being of death sworn to service by a woman that controls the being of life. Wait, that actually sounds really, what? That's really cool. I think it's pronounced Rob Alks. Well, anyway, I think that we are probably going to wrap up for today. Bro's silly but cool. Newbie is very silly and very cool. That is very correct, yes. I think we are going to wrap up. If you have not yet subscribed on YouTube or followed on Twitch, definitely consider doing so. I highly recommend it. Purple Onyx, no, it's okay, it's okay. I'm going to be streaming the Master Study tomorrow. I'm going to be, I forget what the event is called. I don't know anything about this event. A lot of people just submitted the art for it, so I'm gonna do Master Study. I won't know what the event is of. Stream for like 30 seconds more? Why 30 seconds? So I don't feel like I wasted my time? No, I'm sorry, Purple Onyx. I'm sorry. I can stream for 30 more seconds, that's fine. What will you be masterfully studying? I will be masterfully studying and Newbie! There you go. There you go, Purple Onyx. Now you've seen. How old am I? I am ancient. I'm a celestial. The value of time does not comprehend to earthly matters. But, which art from Lone Trail, since there are a few I can see being the topic? It's the one of, what's the character's name? Kristen? Christian Wright, I want to say it is? Oh, okay. I'm just going to say, again, one more time, IRIAM is an 18 and up app. You have to be 18 or over to be on IRIAM. If you are not 18 or over, you are not allowed on the IRIAM app. I am saying that one more time. You are not allowed on the IRIAM app if you are not over 18. Alright, anyway. I hope that you all have a fantastic rest of your day, evening, or night. Vessa, don't make me accidentally ban you. And I hope that, I hope you all do well. I hope to see some of you tomorrow on the YouTube side. We are going to be... Dual Thrones, thank you for the headbats. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. I'm this many holds up fingers. Yeah, but they're like rabbit skeleton fingers. Alright. Yeah, there's also the role for the IRIAM pings, that is true. I'll never know the image for 22 hours. You'll be, okay, if you go into the Master Study section of the Discord, you will be able to figure it out because many people have posted it. But yes, have a fantastic rest of your day, everyone. Thank you very much again, Dual Thrones. I really appreciate it. All the best. I hope to see you with the Master, I hope to see you guys, for the Master Study tomorrow. And it will be nice. It's a very bright, vibrant piece compared to the previous one with the Rainbow Six collab. But yeah, have a great rest of your day. All the best. Thank you so much, Stargazers, wherever you may be in the worlds or the many worlds beyond. I wish you all the best, and thank you so much again.